Welcome to the Pearl Tyner Welcome Center. I'm Scott Atwell, president of the FSU Alumni Association. Of course, many of you remember this place as the FSU President's Home, where everyone from Doak Campbell to Sandy Dallenbert lived while serving as FSU's chief executive. Well, today it's home to the FSU Alumni Association, and we welcome you to visit any chance you get. It's the perfect setting to get you up to date on what's been happening at the Alumni Association the past few months. And we'll begin with the first ever Young Alumni Awards, staged at Level 8 Hotel Duval. For the first time ever, the Alumni Association recognizing a distinguished list of 30 under 30 recent grads who've been making a name for themselves in their workplace and communities. Now, 6 graduates on the list were elevated as winners of the Reubin Askew Young Alumni Award, named for former Florida Governor Reubin Askew, who was in attendance.
Well, I just want you to know how much we need you and how much you play a role.
It was a sparkling night for shining the spotlight on deserving young graduates who are making all of us very proud.
Well, this is a university that is always telling its students that they can do anything. And then we watch them graduate, and I don't think they hear the fact that we applaud all of their accomplishments. So today's event is to make sure that those students who have gone on to do great things are recognized by the university, and it can't get more perfect than having it be named after Reubin Askew, former student body president, governor, as someone who's just achieved so much. To have him here tonight to celebrate our young alumni's achievements is fantastic.
When I think of Florida State, I think of a family. I think of a family that provides you unconditional support, that's there for you when you need them.
My name is Garrett Johnson. I am the founder and CEO of sendoff, which is a tech startup that focuses on optimizing mobile communication. And I'm here participating as a recipient of the Reubin Askew Young Alumni Award.
Well, another awards program hosted by the Alumni Association is Circle of Gold, recognizing the contributions of alumni and friends who've brought distinction or service to FSU. Prior to the spring football game, 4 new members were welcomed into the circle, bringing the number of inductees to 201. Next year, the Circle of Gold celebrates its 30th anniversary. And by the end of the summer, the Alumni Association will have a brand new way to recognize these award winners. These walls inside the Alumni Center will soon feature the historical roster of Circle of Gold winners and Grads Made Good, which this fall will become part of the Alumni Association's awards lineup as we join forces with traditional host ODK. We have a name for the most experienced alumni at FSU. Those who've been out 50 years or more are referred to as emeritus alumni. And every year we have a reunion to welcome the newest class into this distinguished group. In 2012, it was the class of 1962, and right here in the Grand Ballroom, those class members received their medals. Welcome into the Emeritus Society by FSU President Eric Barron. The ceremony provided a wonderful moment of reflection for everyone involved.
It's been a long time since I've been back to FSU, and FSU gave me the life that has been successful. So if I hadn't come to FSU, I would not have been a successful teacher and had great students for 33 years and taught over 9,000 kids, and it was a great fulfillment. It all came from right here.
Now, that ceremony was part of the joint reunion weekend between current emeritus members and the newcomers from the class of 1962. 3 days of activities included a tour of the new FSU Heritage Museum in Dodd Hall and a rededication of the Mina Joe Powell Alumni Green between the Westcott and Longmire buildings. Both of these celebrations were part of the university's annual Heritage Day. Well, the FSU Alumni Association partners with more than 70 Seminole clubs around the country. They are the university's boots on the ground, doing great things in their communities, keeping alumni engaged. Each year, the leaders of those Seminole clubs return to campus for a weekend of synergy, learning best practices from the association and each other. We call it Leadership Conference, and it was another banner turnout in 2012 as club leaders from coast to coast took part in what we call Leadership Conference. Our thanks to all of our Seminole clubs and their volunteers for everything they do on behalf of FSU. Here's another example. In March, the association called for the first ever Seminole Service Day, and our clubs all across the U.S. chose one way in which they could give back to their local communities, from cleaning up beaches and parks to building habitat homes. You'll be proud how our Seminoles came together on one single day to lead for the greater good. Well done, Seminoles. And by the way, if you'd like to find the Seminole Club in your city, all you have to do is visit our website at alumni.fsu.edu. Well, this time of the year, those very same Seminole clubs are staging send-off parties for FSU students-to-be. These are the incoming freshmen who will soon be making their way to Tallahassee. The send-offs in Miami and West Palm Beach featured a visit from FSU President Eric Barron, who admonished the students to get off to a great start their first semester, saying it will set the tone for their entire undergraduate career. In all, these student send-offs took place in more than a dozen cities. Many included scholarships for local students provided by the area Seminole clubs. We're looking forward to welcoming these students to campus this summer and this fall. Finally, to our nation's capital, where it was standing room only at Florida House and a sold-out event welcoming alumni who work on the Hill and elsewhere around Washington, D.C. President Barron was on hand at the invitation of FSU alumnus and U.S. Representative Vern Buchanan. A great time of networking in a place where networking is everything. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Alumni Update. You know, keeping alumni connected to their alma mater strengthens Florida State University. You can make it stronger by joining your alumni association. We would love to call you a member. On behalf of the 290,000 FSU alumni around the world, I'm Scott Atwell. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.